I didn't do it that way. No, I sent up different colored smoke to attract a lot of attention. Boy,
It was funny too.
did I get it back. I mean, there's
I meant to check on that later in the day, and I got busy around that and didn't do it.
oh God, dude, well, first off, Nancy Pelosi, and it has to be one of her staffers because
Let
damn
me
well
preface
she
this.
don't. Yeah,
Let me
okay.
preface this first. You're tweeting these things as replies to tweets that Nancy Pelosi's account has sent out.
Yes, and
This
AOC.
isn't average everyday Joe. You are actually on Nancy Pelosi's account.
Yes, yeah, yeah. She tweeted at Representative Escobar, entrega la respuesta democrata en español al discurso del Estado de la Unión del Presidente Trump. And I said, "You speak Spanish, but you won't even use a good denture adhesive? This seems fishy." Because I know damn well she doesn't speak Spanish. She speaks
Did
Spanish.
people reply to that?
Dude, if she speaks Spanish, her dentures will pop out of her mouth. Straight up.
There's too much jaw movement in Spanish and speaking Spanish for those dentures to stay in place.
I swear to God, those things have got to be worn out by as much as she chews on them and gums them to.
It's like tweaker status, dude.
It is. It's crazy. It's
It's straight up like tweaker status.
It's funny. Funny thing. Our very good friend Chad Prather.
Oh man, that tweet he had was funny, dude.
Oh my God, it was epic. Let me pull it up here real quick because quite the epic thing. First off, he said, "Them dim gals look like they're hanging out at ladies' night at a KKK rally," which is right. Why would you wear white? Why are you going to invite that kind of comment anyways?
Oh, and he wasn't the only one that picked up on it either. That was all.
Yeah, but what was funny was he was liking her to a cow chewing cud, except for the cow looks more intelligent. And I lost it when I read that.
He always rails on funny.
Lost it.
Oh, there was people like talking about her running from president and like, come on now.
Yeah, there were a couple of classless things that I put in there. I'll fully admit it. I just said.
Oh, I fired one off that was straight shitty.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that.
So why didn't you just going to Pelosi? Why didn't you stand and clap for that one? Oh wait, my bad. You wet your Depends undergarment and didn't want to embarrass yourself any more than you already have with all that cud chewing that you do. Haven't got a response there yet. I'm surprised I'm not blocked from half these people right now.
Well, I just don't get it, man. I understand. I saw a clip today from Fox News. An ex-Clinton advisor was talking about how jacked up the Democratic Party was. He's like, we got to get it together. Like, are you kidding me? Open borders? They want to open all the borders? Like, who thinks that's a good idea? I'm like, this dude is coming out of the retirement to talk about how stupid their shit is, you know?
Well, there was one tweet that I responded to that was not Pelosi. There's a guy that replied to AOC. His name is Brooklyn Dad _Defiant !
Make sure you get that in there.
Yeah. He was replying to AOC, but he said the best part about the State of the Union, hands down, she should have burned it too. He was talking about the thing being ripped up. And I said, hey, Brooklyn Dad, wondered what Nancy's corn tastes like. Please let us know since you have your head up. I got a lot of
response to that one.
Yeah, a lot of good response on that one.
Well, I fired some stuff off, and I got a lot of followers.
Oh yeah. Dude, I went up like 50 followers today. It's crazy.
Yeah, people jumping on the bandwagon. And somebody tweeted like, "You're gonna see your movement's dead when we vote." I'm like, where are you getting this information? Like, show me where Republicans are becoming left. I know I've seen stuff where there's Democrats leaving the party to become Republican.
Exactly.
So, I mean, do you think they all seem to think if they just say it, it makes it so?
I I have nothing on that.
I gotta find. My dad, Sarge, sent me a deal one time that I think it was from Harvard. It was one of the Ivy League school professors wrote a paper, and it basically broke down what things have to be in place for a civil war, for legit civil war.
Oh,
and when you read this paper, all of those things are happening in this country.
Yeah,
every one of them, except for one.
The faction on the right,
that'll ignite it.
The faction on the right and the faction on the left, the far right and left. That's the gas in a match.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's almost inevitable.
Oh yeah. I don't know what's going to stop this train, bro. I really don't. I'll tell you the coolest thing I've seen the Democratic Party, the winner of the Iowa caucus, probably the coolest thing I've seen them. Although, this is awesome. Now the Democrats like to tout how tolerant they are. You know, they're really about LGBTQ, RST. WXYZ and
right,
they're tolerant of everything, right?
Right.
There's video floating around that people went back to polling places trying to pull their vote and recast it because after they cast their vote, they were then informed that Buttigieg is married to a man, and they're on video saying they don't want their vote to support that kind of lifestyle. Which I know you're shocked. Because that means there would be hypocrisy in the Democratic Party. So I know that shocks you.
There's something afoot here.
Something seems a little off.
That almost sounds like a conservative belief, sir.
Right?
And I actually don't have anything wrong with a gay man running for Congress.
I don't either. I really don't.
But
apparently Iowa Democrats don't like it.
Yeah, since they didn't declare a winner, Buttigieg just up and declared himself the winner.
He said, I got this.
No, truth. Absolute truth. He declared himself the winner, and then turns out he was.
I was going to say, and he called it right.
Yeah.
And Biden was like 4 or 5 down.
Yeah, Biden had like 11%.
Biden took it in the chops, dude. Speaking of Biden's chops.
Hubba. Man, can that man kiss or what?
I don't know. Ask his granddaughter.
Ask his family. Just ask his family.
Dude. Now you tell me if there was ever a picture of Trump kissing anybody in that way, all hell will break loose. Why does nobody on the left have a problem with Biden? I mean, mouth effing his granddaughter.
I mean,
that is creepy, dude.
The only thing he didn't do, well, actually, you don't know because you can't really see, so we're not sure if he actually slipped the tongue or not. But I
thought you were going to say a joke about his hands.
Oh, his hands were on her face too.
I mean, that was like a romantic moment.
Oh, for sure, that was a total Casablanca kiss.
Why does nobody think this is creepy?
I do. Been saying it's creepy all along.
I mean, I can't believe the Democratic Party's not like, hey, creepy Joe, tone it down, bro. Like, can we quit like making out with our granddaughter while you're running for president at least?
Yeah, last time I checked, that was against the law.
They still bring up that like back in the day,
you can
Trump
put you
said grab her in the kid.
Well, yeah,
that's not as bad as what Biden's doing.
No. I mean, at least with Trump, it was somebody outside of his family.
Yeah, and it was just a statement. Nobody ever got pictures of him doing it. You know what they say? Pictures or it didn't happen.
I've got lots of pictures. Lots and lots of pictures of Biden kissing his granddaughter over and over again on the lips. Good God Almighty!
Among other females, like you've seen the pictures of like I saw a picture of Hillary Clinton, like she was all creeped out by what It's
been such a shit show, just a magnificent shit show today. I don't even know what to think, and I was so busy working. We had snow. We got about 5 inches, or pretty close to it, and so I stayed home. I'm being in sales. I can stay home and still do my job. And dude, I was plastered busy today, all damn day on the phone, most of the day on the computer. So a large part of that, I wasn't able to get back and kind of retune into the shit show that was happening all day long. And finally, when my day was over, I was like, oh, Jesus, this podcast 12 hours too long.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It is, and we're almost 30 minutes into this podcast.
Are we?
Yeah, and we've talked about two subjects. We've talked about the State of the Union
and Biden
and the Iowa caucus, and a little bit of Biden. But there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff that we still got to go over. I think I'm going to try and drop the rest of the State of the Union. Talking about it is just not even worth it.
No, it's really not, bro.
Either you're polarized or you're not. And if you're polarized, you're not listening. And if you're not polarized, you are listening, but you're sick of it. So either way.
If you're on the left, and you're not going to get on that keyboard and email. I mean, everybody, and I do know there's places that left do listen to us, but nobody's stacked up and contacted us to discuss these.
And we're happy to discuss it. We're not those keyboard warriors that just slam you and put you in your place. Listen to what you got to say. If it's intelligent, we might actually agree with you and change our opinion.
Yeah, change my mind.
Exactly. Exactly. I think with the Iowa debacle, first off, can the Democrats not do anything right? You know what? We're going to make it easy on everybody up here. Let's do an app. That's a good idea. Yeah, let's do an app. Man. Well, half of Iowa are farmers, and most of those farmers have flip phones because they don't want to fart around with a damn smartphone. And you can't app on a flip phone, so you got to make a phone call. Well, those phone lines were blown up so much that nobody could get through. And then everybody who did have access to the app
didn't work.
Was getting kicked off, and the server was shutting down, and Buttigieg did the one thing that nobody else thought of. He declared himself the damn winner.
I think that was a gangster move, dude.
I think so too, because I don't have a lot of major difference with Buttigieg.
The best part is that he's waiting for results, and some aide came in and goes, "Hey, we got a problem. The app went down. The phone lines burned up. Like, they don't have any results." And they thought it was a problem, and Pete goes, "Call a press conference. I just won this thing."
Exactly.
Pete.
First off, he was an officer in the military. Did time in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm. He's combat.
He sure did. Gay or not gay, that's a stand-up son of a bitch. And he's a Democrat, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but we've often said that 95% of what Shiner and I believe is about middle of the road. It's that other 5% that everybody else has issues.
He has the most reasonable outlook on control of any of them.
Yeah, if he's elected president, I'm not going to be scared.
No.
I hope there's a really good team behind him because he is young and he doesn't have a lot of political soiree to him. But I said that because, anyways.
I got it. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Where was he mayor? Where was he the mayor?
Still is South Bend, Indiana.
And that's where that's what's amazing about this. He won the Iowa caucus. Now this guy has come out of nowhere to be a front runner, to be reckoned with. Keep in mind, remember, that's where that police officer shot and killed that unarmed black guy.
Yeah, and we thought he was dead politically.
Yeah. No, he survived. This dude's a fighter, man.
He is, and I think I think he's got the possibility to do great things if he's backed by the right people. It's if he becomes president, he's going to need a cabinet that's going to support his legislation, but give him good ideas and steer him in the right direction.
What do you think about this, dude? What do you think that he's got a chance at this? Because I think there's a lot of Democrats out there that aren't really radicalized and far left. I think the ones that are leaning more towards the middle of the road, they're going to throw a vote at him just so they don't have to vote for Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, it all depends on how things lead up to the Democratic National Convention, because that's where they're going to choose their candidate. Now, the bad part about it is they have a history of not choosing the candidate that the majority of the people wanted.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how good or bad that's going to be and how much of a shit show it's going to be until it gets here. But